Hey everyone. I'm back in town after a stint in Yellowknife. And of course, one of the things I wanted to do was come check out where the river was at. So I'm down at the dock. And just from this perspective, you can see one difference from Thursday is this. It's still covering the dock at the end there, but there's been more of a slide in the ice. So it's 20 degrees, 19-ish. It felt warmer when the sun was out, but we've got a lot of clouds now. You can see the flowing river, but the ice at the sides, that's all gathered up there. So last year, I remember that it was all open water, but that might take another week, I guess, for the birds to settle in there when it melts. I think they've chosen another spot in town right now. It was nice to get out and ride my trike. Try to hold it steady here so you can see the current. Without a tripod, it's kind of hard to particularly show the flow. Yeah, you can see how much over, since Thursday afternoon, how much the ice has been whittled away. Like there's no more. It's all free except for the edges now. But as we were flying over, I did notice that there's sections of the Mackenzie that have a lot of ice piled up at the sides. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Hello, thanks for joining in. I see we have 20 people viewing, which is awesome. So this is a view of the Mackenzie River here at Norman Wells. And last time I had a look at where it was at, that was Thursday afternoon, I think. And I was away in YK for over the long weekend, so I wanted to come back and check out where things are at. So if you're interested, you can always go back to my footage on this channel from just a couple of days ago. And then our mountains of broken up ice. And it's 19 degrees today, although the clouds have come and covered up the sun. So once a couple of days this week that we'll have a really nice daytime highs, this will melt and the birds should come because there's been a lot of migrating flocks, but they went to more open water. And in the background there, that's the Mackenzie Mountains, which is a extension of the Rockies. Our ice mountains. There's a couple of pieces up here You might need the right light. That you can see the slight blue tinge. I think it depends on the light and how the camera captures it, but like right about there. Yeah, I don't think the camera is capturing it right now. You need the proper lighting to see it, but it's a neat blue hue from the ice chunks, and that's from the thicker blocks on the underside of it. It's so nice. Runners, it's not wet and mucky. Donna McNeil, hello. Thanks for joining in. I see we've got 29 viewers now. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So if you have any questions, please do feel free to ask. I'll answer what I can. It's become a lovely day here, and the rest of the week is supposed to be, at least I should say, the next couple of days are supposed to be quite nice daytime highs. Which, of course, once our river breaks here, that the temperature goes up, which is really nice. My greenhouses are loving it. One of them was 30.6 or something. I had to make sure the windows were open. And it's a bit of a bike out, so it's not going to be today. But that snow mountain, that ice mountain range down there, that's where the Coast Guard dock is. So that could be an interesting sight to bike out there. But it's already been a bit of well, it's been a travel day. So that's not happening today. But I think it's going to take a little while for that to melt. Same like this. Like, I'd say that's the top of that is probably uh, at least as tall as I am where I am right now on the like, this road that goes down to the very covered dock. There's a dock under there, completely covered. And from the last couple of spring breakups, I am quite amazed at how unscathed that dock ends up looking after this pile ends up melting. Last week I saw somebody drive right up, and it looked like the nose of the vehicle was right up. Oh, I don't know if the microphone caught that. There was a slide of some ice breaking apart and a tinkling noise. And of course, there's a breeze, so I can't hear it. Anyway, the vehicle looked like it was parked right up against it. And I know they don't move slow and move fast, but that's not really something you should be doing. I just spied a really big chunk that has, to my eyes, it has some interesting color to it, but the camera doesn't necessarily pick it up. I can see another blue tinged piece of ice. Trying to find it. I won't zoom in anymore. Oh, I just noticed a bunch of comments. Ugh, no, no. If a comment is inappropriate, I will hide it, and if it continues, then I will block the user. There is a magnetic microphone that I have been looking at getting, so that I don't have to clip it to whatever jacket or that I'm wearing. So that may be forthcoming in the future. I saw Todd Maffin wearing it. I'm like, oh, that looks really good idea. So if I say we are north of 65 here, does anybody know what that means? I'm curious, and I'll give you a hint. Um, there is a sign entering the Northwest Territories when you drive in that says north of 60. I think I just heard a bird sort of warbling. Yeah, I did. This bike helmet covers my ears, so I don't hear it quite as well as I would. Does anybody know which bird would sound like it warbles? It doesn't sound like a robin. Doesn't sound like a goose. Also, if you're curious, I have many shorts and whatnot, long forms, etc., lives on my channel. And if you're curious to see what the land looked like before the river breakup, go check it out. These are quite the piles, which is why we dub them Ice Mountain, the mountain range. The forecast said it wasn't going to rain today with a 30% chance tomorrow, but I think maybe the 30% chance tomorrow might be a little higher by the time it rolls around. The last couple of years, we've had thunderstorms over May long weekend, and I wasn't here for the majority of the weekend, but I would have heard about it from my son. So I am surprised we didn't have one because it did get up to 20 degrees yesterday, and today, I don't know if it was briefly or how long that was, but anyway, I just wanted to give everybody a update look for those who have been following and for those who have not, um, to see what our lovely little area looks like. Once I get my point of view camera, that is magnet, charged up, and the weather's not too bad tomorrow afternoon, I will take you on a bike ride and then I'll post that long form video. I can, yeah, here we go. Can anybody see that very light blue tinge to that piece? Try to point it out right there. That piece right there. So many little tiny blocks scattered over here too. And if you're interested in seeing some aerial of some of the land, I just posted one not too long ago out the plane window. So do check that out if you're curious. And there's another longer one on a specific piece as we were flying over that I took a longer video. So I will wrap this up and check back tomorrow, and I hope to see some of you back. Um, to have a look at that if you're interested. Hopefully, you're interested. I like showing it. And I think I just heard some ice fall in, which is why I paused. Anyway, thanks so much for joining, everybody. Do check out the rest of my channel. And if you want to be notified of any ads, not ads, new videos, whether they're short, they're live, or longer videos, please do subscribe and you'll get that notification. Or YouTube is supposed to give you that notification. Did you hear that? That was one of the tinkling slides. I think it came from over here. Oh, we just got a bump in viewers. Hello, everybody. I'm currently looking at this mountain of ice because I think I just heard a slide of ice and it makes a tinkling sound if the wind hasn't whisked away the sound. Of course, it won't do it now. But I just noticed the ice structure you can see really well there. I think is cool. So, and these blocks. Really cool to see when it's heaved up. Lydia's, hello. Thanks for joining in. So once I end this live stream, I will be posting it to my channel. If you're curious, please do check out the rest of my channel. If you have questions, please do drop a comment. I usually respond pretty quickly. If it's a question I can answer, of course I will answer it. I'd love to. Did you hear that? Just spotted another piece of ice. I just think that's really cool. I think the wind's actually picked up a little bit. Maybe we will get more precipitation. I checked my rain gauge when I got home, and there's like a trace amount. Might be the first notch on the inner cylinder. I have to pour it out and check it, but clearly there wasn't much precipitation from Friday night through this morning. We had a lot of slush about 4 days prior to, well, it would have been Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday. No, sorry, not Friday, because I made my report on Thursday morning or Friday morning. Alrighty. So this view over here is the view you will have over here once these ice mountains have melted. And that away ends up going towards the Beaufort Delta and out to the Arctic Ocean. The Mackenzie goes all the way from Great Slave Lake to up to the Arctic Ocean. But it has to get through the Beaufort first. Is it Kinda? Hello. Where am I? This is Norman Wells, the Northwest Territories, Canada. This is the Mackenzie River. And that way is town. I do have other footage of various parts of town too, if you're interested about that. Every once in a while, I will uh, do some footage as I'm walking or biking. So if you're interested, it's there. And then every once in a while, I will do fresh footage. I just noticed this down there. Well, thanks everybody for joining in. I really do appreciate that. And if you're interested in seeing more of our landscape here and our weather, um, I also post my cats. Um, do subscribe, and then you'll get notified when new content has been added or a live stream is about to start. Thanks very much, everybody. Really appreciate it. Bye. Have a great rest of your. Well, actually, it's Monday. Only in Canada is it May long weekend for Victoria Day. So, if you're outside of Canada, you don't get that. Is it cold? No, it's a beautiful. At least my before the sun got covered in clouds, it was a beautiful 19 degrees. And yesterday was at least 20 degrees Celsius. I'm always talking Celsius. So we have been able to, um, probably at least a week and a half of my runners, and I don't need my puffer jacket anymore. No hat needed. It's gorgeous. We no longer have any below zero overnight. So yay for spring. Yay for start of summer. You're in Georgia. Wow. Well, thanks for joining in. Sorry, is Georgia is state because there's a I'm really bad on my European uh, mapping, but I'm pretty sure there's a small country called Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to assume that you're saying Georgia in the US. Hello. If any of you happen to be in healthcare, check out Todd Maffin's Healthcare Infusion if you haven't already heard about it, because he's been very good at covering all the social media bases about it, which is awesome because, we all need healthcare, better doctors. Are you from Canada? Yes, I am in Norman Wells in Northwest Territories in Canada. So we are just past north of 65 parallel, 65th parallel. So, for instance, if you're um, driving into the territory from northern Alberta, um, you will come across the Welcome to the NWT Northwest Territories, um, north of 60. So we're north of 60. Well, we're just past north of 65. There's blue tinge to this piece of ice, but I don't think its camera is capturing it very well. Okay, so I keep getting distracted after I said I'm gonna sign off twice now. This will be the third time because I keep seeing something to share with you. Thanks for Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate it. And again, if you're interested in more content when I post it, please hit subscribe and you'll get that notification from YouTube. And do drop a comment if you have any questions. I will be posting this to my channel once I end the live stream. And with that, not sure if it'll pick up that blue of the ice, but there you go. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.